I'm Vic Pinion, Chief Warrant Officer for U.S. Navy retired, telling some stories of my naval career. This story is when I was a Chief Petty Officer aboard the USS Ranger, CV-61. We went into the Long Beach Naval Shipyard for a 3-month-long restricted availability to make some repairs to our machinery, to the ship, and to incorporate some field changes in machinery and stuff. We had a lot of things that needed to be done. Well, the Long Beach Shipyard had not had an aircraft carrier like the Ranger in there, maybe ever. Years ago, they had had some anti-submarine aircraft carriers in there, but those had been just decommissioned years ago. They just didn't have the people in that shipyard with the experience, knowledge necessary aircraft carriers such as the Midway. And we experienced a lot of problems with that. Well, those yard workers, especially the foreman, had an attitude concerning us Ranger sailors. Well, just before we pulled into Long Beach Shipyard, there had been some sabotage to the ship. And that a man, is as I remember it, I'm telling it off the cuff as I remember it, had thrown the monkey wrench into the ship's bow gears and bent tooth on the bow gears, which is a big major thing. And they're trying to decide whether the ship could live with that for a while or what they were going to do about it, where they're going to get another bow gear, whatever. In any case, but we were scheduled to go into Long Beach Naval Shipyard for routine repairs in preparation for making another combat deployment to Vietnam. Well, because of the sabotage, they briefed us that would stand the afterbrow watch, the junior officers of the deck, which are chief petty officers and first class petty officers, that we had better check every ID card for everybody coming on that ship, everyone. And we were told that the admiral on the Commander Naval Air Force's Pacific Fleet was going to have some people trying to get aboard with something wrong with them, that we should notice that this person, something wrong with this person, we ought to check them out. And included in that would be something wrong on their ID card, like maybe the guy is wearing Lieutenant Commander uniform and devices and stuff, but his ID card might say Lieutenant JG. We should notice those things. That means you've got to read every ID card. Okay, I had like the third watch, well, maybe the second watch after we pulled into port. We pulled into port early in the morning, like, and then the first watch, I'm going to relieve him at 11:45 a.m. on the quarterdeck, on the afterbrow, which is on the elevator. And I did. And there was a long line of people to get on the ship and another long line of people to get off of it, because the chief and first class, two of them together on watch, they're reading every ID card. And I'd been briefed, my God, you'd better. Well, I assumed the watch, relieved him. He briefed me, of course, and I relieved him. And now I'm continuing, just like I've been briefed to do. And aboard comes this civilian, a black man. I think one of the shipyard shops there, wearing a helmet. It had a block of wood on the top of it, like Indian Mohawk haircut. He just comes steaming right past everybody and he went, whoa, hold, wait a minute, grab that, hold it, stop. And he wheeled around inflamed, angry at me. Who do I think I am? Stopping him. He works for the shipyard. He's a foreman. Did not see his helmet. And I said, yeah, I saw your helmet, but I didn't see your ID card. Show me your identification, sir. He refused. I said, leave the ship right now. And he's angry, screaming up at the top. I want to see the captain. You don't have authority to stop me. I mean, he's really on me. I had him escorted off the ship. I said, if you want to take it to higher authority, the next higher authority is the officer of the deck, up there at the quarterdeck. The next brow forward. He stormed off the ship. I called him. I called the OOD, said, this civilian on the way up there, mad at me because I won't let him board because he won't show me his ID card. So he goes up there and he's angry. And the OOD is Lieutenant JG. And he said, well, yeah, I recognize your yard worker foreman uniform. And yes, you can get aboard this ship. He said, well, I'm going to go aboard that. The OOD said, go ahead. Go on down there and go on board. I'll call him and tell him to let you aboard. Want you to let this civilian yard worker foreman on board. I said, as soon as he shows me his identification, I'll be happy to. Okay, great. Ain't no reason the guy can't show me his ID card. He's required to have it. But he's just being an ass. So he comes storming up past everybody up the brow, and he comes up, storms right past me. I'm, oh, stop! And I had a couple of guys grab a hold of him. I had a couple of master arms there. Oh, he's mad. He's throwing a fit again, you know. Your officer of the deck says I can get aboard here. I said, then you can, sir, as soon as you show me your identification. Oh, wants to see the captain again and so forth. And I sent him back off the ship. He goes back up to the OOD. Want to go to higher authorities. So the OOD called the command duty officer, who was a full commander. They talked to this commander, and the commander says, I'll meet you back on the afterbrow. You go off the ship and come back up on the afterbrow. This commander come back to talk to me. He said, why aren't you letting this man aboard? I said, because he refuses to show me his identification. He's required to, and I'm requiring him to. I'm not letting him aboard unless he shows. He said, well, you let him aboard. I said, as soon as he shows me his identification. The CDO said, Chief, I'm ordering you to let that man aboard here. I said, Commander, as soon as you relieve me of my duties and assign someone else to it, maybe they'll follow that order. But I believe that to be an illegal order. So the yard worker standing there. Show the chief your ID. He turned and left the ship. Did not show me his ID. And I don't know if he ever got aboard that ship. But standing my ground. I'm doing the job like I've been briefed to do. And now here's the OOD and the command duty officer telling me to let that man aboard. But they're not ordering me to not let him aboard if he does not show his ID card. That's all the guy's got to do is show his ID card, which he's required to do. He just felt he was superior to us sailors. Well, he didn't get aboard on my watch. The CDO didn't relieve me on my watch. Y'all carry on.